Hey, NBA 2K MyLeague fans. Coach 2K back with another NBA 2K MyLeague expansion series video with those Cincinnati Lions. And we got a great video on tap today. We're going to put our scout on an assignment. We're going to kind of pick up where we left off talking about that trade rumor that's circulating around the league. Then we're going to update our trading block and talk about some players that I think we are interested in and see what you guys think of them. We're going to do a live look in at another game around the league between the Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors to have a look at a superstar, Samaki Thompkins, and I'll show you a couple clips from him. And then it gets better. We go to Minnesota. We face the defending champs, the Minnesota Timberwolves, with Donyell, Wooldridge, and Ikeem, Kingsley. So those guys are awesome. And I'm thinking about, see what you guys think, let me know in the comments, about doing some player backgrounds on some of the top players in the league so you guys would have some backstories on those players. Let me know if you think that's a good idea in the comments. So since we think we'll be drafting mid to late first round because we're optimistic about the season, at least with our own draft pick, we set our scout to look for some centers that might be some sleepers. We need to shore up rebounding, as you guys know. We would like a big guy in the middle to kind of help with that can intimidate people and get rebounds. Now, in the last episode, we talked about a trade rumor between the T-Wolves' Alton Green and Calvin Hood and how we weren't too high on getting rid of Calvin Hood. We liked Alton Green's expiring contract, and skill-wise, he's a lot equal to Freeman Frazier, who has another year on his contract that's a player option, and we're really just paying him big money just to sit on the bench, and how we'd like to get rid of him. So as much as I'd like to get rid of that contract, I only really want to make trades for people I want and not necessarily people I just want to try and get rid of somebody else for. And I kind of have a house rule that I won't make any trades until after December 15th. And a lot of guys can't do anything right now anyway because their contracts are still within the 15-day period, I think. So right now I'm going to hold up, but we're going to take a look at some guys here, see what you think of these guys. We've updated the trading block, put Blaine Griffey on there as usual, although we may bring him in, see if he can do some rebounding. He is 7 foot tall. And then Donyell Jenks, obviously we're not going to trade him, but there's 4 guys that I like that might make some sense for us. The first guy is Dago Adebayo with the Pistons. He's a 7-footer from Senegal, rim protector, enforcer, a little questionable on the rebounding, but I really like this guy, although I don't think we'll be able to pry him away from Detroit. And like I said, his rebounding, probably a little less than we'd expect, but he's got super potential, and maybe that rebounding could increase. And he's a young guy. He's 21 years old. So that's a guy we're kind of thinking, hey, maybe this guy would be somebody we'd want to take a look at. The other thing we kind of did, we looked around the league at teams that might need centers, who might want Freeman Frazier, and one of those teams was the Hornets. And one of the guys we like on their roster is the point guard, Gary Henderson. He's an all-star, third-team All-NBA, 84 rated overall, and I think he could bring a lot of strength to the point guard spot. He's a clutch performer, alpha dog. That could be beneficial. So we'd kind of clog up the point guard spot, but we might be able to upgrade it. You can see here in Charlotte, most of their guys are sub 70 rated, and maybe they might want a guy like Freeman Frazier on their roster. Now, I'd have to throw some other things in. You can see they're rebuilding. They're going to want prospects or draft picks, so I'm not sure that from a scenario standpoint that it looks like it's the best scenario for them. Although a lot of rebuilding teams do get rid of people, and Gary Henderson's even saying that he's thinking about testing free agency, and he's got an expiring contract. So, they don't want to sit on him and then maybe not get anything for him. Next guy up is a guy named Dexter Henson. And he's an 83 overall point guard with the Knicks, and he has an expiring contract too, $27.5 million. He's a clutch performer as well. He's a great floor general, and he's badged up. He's a little undersized. He's 6 foot tall. I'd rather have a taller point guard, but again, they need a center too. They've got centers. Look at that, 62 rated as their top center. Might not be a bad idea to consider working with them. And the Knicks are buying. They'd be willing to dump picks for players that can help them now because some reason at 2-11 they think maybe they are just a few pieces away. And Dexter Henson also thinks that free agency might be the way to go for him. And again, that team would be left with nothing if they don't trade him. Another guy I like is a guy named De'Aaron Knight, and he's on the Grizzlies, and he's 26 years old, but he gets nearly 10 boards a game, and I'm looking for guys that can rebound. He's a little undersized for the center spot, so I'm not sure that's the way I would want to go, but another player I was interested in. We did get offered a couple trades since the last episode. One for Eddie Drew, who we are considering maybe getting rid of. We'd like somebody a little more athletic. He's got an expiring contract too. And here we could have picked up a draft pick, and that looks, like that would be kind of good. And maybe that's something we should have taken a look at. But since it's before December 15th, we're just going to kind of, sit on that for a little bit and realize maybe that they might be somebody we can work with. So we ended up declining that trade, even though, I was like, ooh, maybe we should take that draft pick because the Lakers are good. That might have been the way to go. So let me know if you guys think I made the wrong decision there. Now, the other trade offer we got was for Donyell Jenks. And, we're not going to trade Donyell Jenks. So, I'm not sure who this Holmes guy is. Didn't even have to look. Now, we wanted to take a look at a game because we had a few days off, or a day off. And so one of the games we saw in the standings is the Warriors were, 6 or 8-1, and the Mavs were 7-4. You see the Clippers here lead the division at 8-0. And the Mavericks have this guy named Samaki Thompkins. He's a 7-footer, 91 rated overall, all-star, first team all-NBA, first team all-defense. He's averaging 20 points, 12 boards a game, and 2.8 blocks. Guy's a superstar, so I wanted to have a look at him. I've seen him, last season, and then Freddie George is with the Warriors. He's also an all-star, second team all-NBA, 89 rated overall. He's a power forward, averages 21 points and about 8 or 9 boards a game. So both these guys are going to go head-to-head, and then we got Derek Weber, who was Rookie of the Year last year, first team all-rookie, 85 rated overall. Again, undersized. A lot of these point guards are only 6 feet tall, which is, a real small point guard league. So we're going to have a look at some highlights here. You can see here off the pick and roll that Samaki Thompkins gets the alley-oop pass and he dunks it. Nice play there. And he looks like a 7-footer. And there, another huge dunk as he goes right by his guy off the dribble. And watch this play here. It's from the corner. They alley-oop it to him again. And in this game, early there was hardly any scoring. I watched the whole game, and you can see here Samaki had 33 points, 22 rebounds, and 4 blocks as the Mavericks ended up beating the Warriors. So not much on the side of offense for the Warriors, but pretty good game nonetheless for Samaki. Pretty good stats. Now, Donyell Wooldridge and Donyell Jenks, we head to Minnesota. These guys are a handful. We're starting our same lineup: Lloyd, Zing, Jenks, Drew, and Billups. We thought about bringing Frazier off the bench, moving Billups to the 4, but we just wanted to see how we'd fare. And early, we get Jenks into the lane. Nice little scoop shot there. And you can see here, watch this. Donyell Wooldridge takes Billups. He takes him off the dribble from the 3-point line and dunks it. Two-handed monster dunk, man. I thought, that doesn't look good. As Lloyd throws the alley-oop to Donyell Jenks. That's a nice play there. We tried to come back with an answer. And then here's Ikeem Kingsley. This guy, I remember him being good. I didn't remember that I needed to account for him better. And you can see Donyell Wooldridge doing a good job on the glass. And anyway, Ikeem Kingsley has an awesome game here as Jenks scores another one in the lane, and they go back down in the post. Nice post moves by Donyell Wooldridge as he just moves his way, moves Billups out of the way, and he gets in there. And I'm not sure Frazier would have been able to stop that either as he tips it over Billups to get the tip back score. And big block there by Hallie Lloyd. Hallie Lloyd, we must have had a talk with him to play better defense. And we get it inside to Drew. Drew takes some contact, puts it in. We cut it down to 8 as they would jump on us early here, and we'd have a tough time. As you see, Ryder getting in for a nice dunk, and they got a 13-point lead. And I'm beginning to like Byers a lot as he gets into the lane and scores. He does a nice job. He's not quite as good as Jenks, but he does he does help us out at 2 spot. I went for the fake there, got off my feet, and they ended up, he got a dunk off of that. You see, I think that's Byers again, scoring again, or it was West. I couldn't remember which one he was. Here, this is a great play. Alley-oop dunk off of the out-of-bounds play to Gordon West. Look at this, double O. I love that play. That's a great play here as Byers gets into the lane again and dunks it again. We got it down to 10, deficit to 10 there. And look at double O working the glass, scoring, to get it down to single digits here. And so Billups on the fast break. We'd go through stretches here where we'd play good. And you can see we got it down to, 11 here. And I can't tell. I think that's Sabalas. He nails the 3. And now we're down 15. And we come back again with a dunk over Donyell Wooldridge to Jenks on the alley-oop slam. And so, we would fight all game here trying to make some headway. There we get Jenks underneath for a dunk. And so we just worked him to death. The bench isn't as excited as I thought they would be. And there, I tried to double team down low, and that was effective on that particular play as we got him to miss the 3-pointer. And there we get Jenks underneath, and so we're down 9 here. There they almost stole the ball, but Jenks gets in, and look at him elevate for this dunk, man. I was like, holy cow. He got up there and he kind of floated for a minute and he puts it in. Nice play by Donyell Jenks. That's a highlight for the year right there. Here, Donyell Wooldridge gets in, showing off the post moves against Billups. And here we get a nice dunk again by Jenks. I don't know how many dunks Jenks had, but we can get him open for dunks. We just can't do it on every possession. So we get him here another dunk inside as we cut it to 8. And, look at this wide open dunk. Good job by him getting open. And here inside again, look at him just shove Billups out of the way. I tried to double team him with little tiny Allie Lloyd there, but he didn't even know he was there. And we get inside with the backdoor cut. And Jenks this time doesn't dunk it. He lays it in, but he gets fouled. He gets the and one opportunity. And we cut it to 9 with 3 minutes to go here or so. And they hit a 3 on us. And now it's a 12-point game, and I think that's Kingsley again. Look at Ryder underneath getting the offensive rebound, puts him up by 14, and he gets fouled, goes to the line, and we get the Calvin Hood there cutting off the screen. He gets fouled, and he had some energy, which was good. We needed his help, and he cuts it to 14 with 1:41 to go. But then they go a little run to end the half. It'd be 71-53 at the half. They're out shooting us. Jenks had 25 in the first half. Look at Kingsley there. Find Wooldridge wide open for the easy dunk. And the alley-oop played Ikeem, Kingsley. Boy, they were good. Some of these highlights, it's really impressive as Kingsley finds Sabalas again. He misses, but look at Wooldridge inside. He easily gets the offensive rebound. He's fired up, and we get Jenks open, wide open underneath. He gets the dunk again. It's a 20-point game, though, now. He gets fouled, drops it to 19 with 6.5 to go in the third. This time we try to double team. That time we paid for it as they got the 3-pointer to go. Look at this play here with a nice little soft jump hook. And that was a pretty good place to end it right there. They ended up beating us 130 to 105. We did outshoot them, but we couldn't shoot from the 3-point line. I thought we did a good job keeping our turnovers down, but they were just too good for us. We've got a lot of work to do. It exposed a lot of things that we need to work on in order to be one of the elite teams in the league. You can see Kingsley here. He had 38 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals. That guy was a monster. Donyell Wooldridge 20 and 10. Dunn had 25. He had a really good game, and so they were tough. Jenks had a league season high, 48 points. He had 22 of 29 from the floor, but we really didn't get much more major contributions from anybody else except for Byers. Byers had a pretty good game, 15, 4, and 3. So we ended up dropping one. I actually have the wrong screen in here. We're actually 7-5 on the season. So my apologies for putting the wrong screenshot in there. But we're 7-5 as we move on couple days off, face the 76ers next. And I am Coach 2K. I'll see you on the court in the next video. Thank you all for watching.